Hello and welcome back to the Battle of the Continental Leagues. I am one of your hosts, Dorjan.
I am the other High-Flyer 15.
The other High-Flyer 15. Wait,
Yes.
right. I see.
Yes,
I
there's
see what you
two.
did there. I see what you did there. But hello and welcome to everybody who is in the crowd watching and supporting your favorite teams, European or Russian. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean where they're from, but the league they take part in. This is a Wargaming.net League intercontinental battle. So if you play on the European cluster, you're a European team for this event. It doesn't matter if you're from Poland, Germany, Russia, or the United States. If you play on the European cluster, you're a European team representing the European cluster. All right, makes sense. So the Russian teams are the same. They doesn't matter where they're from, Ukraine or anywhere around there. I would have listed some of the other names, but I know Kazakhstan, I believe, is Push. Is that right? And Russia is mainly the three countries that we have competing. I think there was at one point a Belarusian team, but I'm not sure anymore. Anyway, they're all, regardless of where they're from, Russian teams as far as we're concerned, because it's the Russian cluster. So European, Russian cluster, North American cluster. Doesn't matter where you play from. If you play in that cluster, you're a part of it. Oh yeah, that made sense, I'm sure. On to the scores. We have 5 for Europe at the end of day 1 and 5 for Russia at the end of day 1. But right now, after Rush schooling, Mousesports 8-5. Wow.
Yep.
How do you feel about that, sir?
I feel flabbergasted.
Oh,
I'm
what a
really,
word.
I
Flabbergasted.
I can't describe it any other way because I didn't expect that at all. I thought we were going to see a great split between games, between these two teams, but Rush just went, no.
No,
High-Flyer,
who do you
what
think
thinking?
you are?
What are you thinking? Are you a pro player? No, you're not. Okay, sorry. I'll be quiet now. But yeah, we have Dragonborns versus New Star coming up. Should be very interesting. We're starting on Prokhorovka.
Indeed we are, and it should be starting any minute now. But before we explain Prokhorovka, I want to explain the things that we're doing. Right now we have Dragonborns versus New Star, and for Dragonborns we have a special competition. I myself are going to fund around 12,000 gold. Whatever's closest to 12,000 gold on your respective portals. I know that because of currency it changes slightly. Yeah. Whoever posts a Twitter link to me, so tweeting at Dorjanar and hashtag WG League, a picture of yourself wearing a Dragonborns hat, you have a chance to win the 12,000 gold. I will be giving it to a selection after 2 or 3 weeks. I'll wait 2 or 3 weeks, and then I will select all the pictures, pick either my favorite or one at random, probably one at random, just to be fair, and I will send the gold to that person. Obviously, you need to have your cluster and your name on that tweet, or I'll tweet back at you. I'll retweet you, and I'll tweet back at you and find out the details. Don't worry about it. It's all good, so long as you use Twitter. The other thing we've got going is if you tweeted us,
yeah, you might get a shout out and become immortalized on the Riveting TV archive channel on YouTube. Indeed. Yeah. So, very honorable position there.
It is, and also everyone here in the chat will be able to see that you got picked. It was you, yeah, you. Also, people chatting in the chat, we will read out things as possible, but with a 10-minute delay, it's really hard to interact live with you guys, so it's much easier via Twitter. That's why I'm promoting Twitter today. When we do the live events and there's no delay, it's so much nicer to be able to chat with you immediately in the chat. I really do prefer that, but we have to make sure there's a 10-minute delay because this is an online tournament and the temptation for cheating is too much. And even if the players aren't cheating, their friends might cheat and poke them on TeamSpeak saying, by the way, they're coming behind you or they're rushing this way, and that would just not be fair on anybody. So to make sure the money is well earned, and there is money on the line here, we have to make sure there's a 10-minute delay. What money is on the line here, High-Flyer?
For every single game played and won, there's a $50 prize for the winner. So there is something to fight for.
Every battle.
And we just saw Rush putting $250 firmly in their pocket by beating Mouseport. So there is quite a lot of money to win over the course of these 4 days.
Indeed, and so you can see there that all the money tallied up there. Rush has got the majority, vast majorities thus far. But anyway, I want you guys to make some noise for the Dragonborns as they're going to be going into their first game very soon on Klokalovka. Now, do you know what? I do think that we need to have a video of us explaining each of these maps. I think it's something we should do. If you think that's a good idea, say so in the chat, and we will go into the first battle, and Highfly will do it on the fly.
Yeah, and we have Klokalovka, and well, on Dragonborns team we have Uncrew, Yukai, Ram, Treton, Crux, Dr. Tour, and Magus.
And they are running the Jagdpanther 2 again.
Again, yeah. So it wasn't just a fluke yesterday with okay, let's just do whatever.
It was a set plan. So Crazy, Ali, Savia, Krotz, DJ Igan, Negative, and Warning for New Stars, a new lineup for them. So let's see if they can handle it. What do you expect from this Jagdpanther then, if they're going to play it better today?
Let's see where he moves, because yesterday he just went into the area on the west, and he's going there again. Without Artie, of course, going to the west side is a lot more viable these days. If Artie was brought into this battle, we would have seen a lot more people going to the east to the cover, of course. But we are seeing people in the middle, T-69s with their gun depression, a lot more viable in the middle. Being able to poke over the hills and take shots at the same time. But we're seeing Ram being very far back, very far back. Can he even see the enemies right now? I'm not sure. I think
yes, they are. They are rendering for him right now. He is able to get the shots off. Does not connect though. Again, this guy is not able to. Ram so far being 1 in 5 shots connecting, I believe.
Yeah, in total. Yeah.
But we are seeing a rush of the AMX 1390. He's got to be careful. He's not repositioning. Ram has got to be super careful. They know exactly where he is. If they watched the VODs from yesterday, which I'm sure they did, they know exactly where Ram is, and he does connect, doing 400 damage to Crazy.
Yeah, that was a good shot.
Oh, 511! Wow, this is damage coming out here. I'm loving this unique tactic here from the Dragonborns. Ra goes the Dragonborns. I think we need to make a slogan for Dragonborns. Tweet to me some slogans for Dragonborns. I really want to hear some.
Oh my god, 519. He's hitting well above that average damage, and he's pulling his weight this time around.
Oh yeah,
he's already
2,000 damage done.
Yeah. It's great shooting there from Ram this time around. Yesterday they were up against Rush with a much superior tactic. They were actually already on the losing side at this point in the battle yesterday. So already doing a lot better today, Dragonborns. And yep, Ram a lot more viable to bring that Jagdpanther 2 today. Yeah, we're playing it very cautiously right now. Ram is sitting back there, and all the autoloaders are on the east, west side, a little bit down further on the road.
I think that was a definite victory for Dragonborns, the engagement. Look at this. Uncrow down 387, Yukai at 1,059, but apart from that, unscathed.
Yeah, very good damage dealt to the MX 1390s. We have a T1 spotted down there.
Will Crux aim and shoot, or will he just ram him? He's got to aim and shoot. Full aim too, look at that. Crux was not wasting a single bullet.
Nope, and he's reloading.
And they're made of gold, literally. Get it? See what I did there? Yeah?
No.
Did I get that? Did I get that? Did I?
I didn't get it.
Oh, what? The gold shells?
Yes, they're made of gold.
So I'm saying, like, he was being very reserved with his shots. He wanted to make sure they hit because they're made of gold. Oh, shut up. Right, Ram has spotted the T1 warning come around the back. Why are my puns not working? Come on.
I set the standard, so you really
set the
gotta be
standard.
up par, yeah. Oh, and we have D Jigga being spotted down there by Crux.
And let's see if Threat in this today can hold his temperament. Yesterday we saw him rushing out into the open fields and getting killed in almost every game. It wasn't very good for him. I remember the his match on Steps as he went around the corner and his allies did not, and he was just absolutely destroyed by 5 autoloaders. So let's keep an eye on Threaten. But we have Crux chasing a T69. This might be really bad for him if there's anyone else here at all, but he's missed 2 of his shots. Thread's shot goes forth, and his 4th will kill him, but he took so much damage in the meantime, and he lost his driver, so his repair kit is used, and so is his medipack.
Yeah, he missed twice before even hitting Single one, that's
Wait.
pretty bad there.
He needs support now as he is being chased, and he is successfully supported. Threaten connects and hits Sava, and Crux is coming back though, not aiming. He's just going to drive straight past. I think he's reloading.
Yeah, but D-Jigger takes out Ram in his Jack Panther Zwei, so the big damage dealer is now gone.
Oh, I didn't see. Didn't catch that. Did he just unload a full clip into him?
Yep, he did.
You got to be careful with TD like that. You've got to make sure. But Crux is getting focused down. He does duck behind the hill. Look at that. Great play by Crux getting out of there. But you got to make sure you're not spotted. Sixth sense is so important on that machine. If you're spotted, oh no! No need to do that, Crux. There was no need. He should have stayed behind the other hill. Going up onto the hill when he was being chased by 2 tanks was a big mistake there. And it looks like Dragonborns might be throwing this victory away as Ali is moving in. Remember, there's 4 AMXs still alive. And it's now down to 3 tanks, damaged tanks now for Dragonborns. Both the T-69s down to 25-ish%, and Threaten being at max HP. Maybe he's being too coy this time.
Yeah, he's being held on a short leash. And that might be a bad thing this time around, because he really needs to get some of that damage or HP out there, so his teammates aren't the main focus, but they will be from now on, because they're 2 shots away from dying from any tank now. Yeah, let's see how Threaten takes this one and uses that HP, because he really has to use it. He has to be using it.
Magus, though, is being chased down by Crot, and instead of trying to fight it, he dives off the hill, tracks himself. It's a very, very steep hill. Crot, though, is going to get a good angle there, and wait a minute! A full unload by Magus, and Magus is putting up a hell of a fight against Crot, making Crot fire twice to kill him. Very nice.
Oh, yeah. That's good. But yeah, they now know that Crot is pretty far away from the other 3 AMX 1390s. Of course, if the 1390s went the same way as Crot's.
Can you read that?
Then,
it looks like on the left... my German is very weak, but he said something like, Dr. Tua, have you spotted them on the left there, or something like that, was it? Did you read that?
No, I didn't.
I think he was asking about the left-hand side. He was asking Dr. Tua if he spotted them on the left. So where Dr. Tua is there, yeah, he's moved up to the left, the west side. So it looks like their Ram is suggesting that Dr. Tua moves up there to the far left, top left of the minimap.
Yeah. Think, yeah, but yeah, they really got to be careful now, because if those 4 AMX 1390s just go in a pack, they're going to be lethal and going to get 4 shots at any tank of theirs apart from Threaten. Is a 2-shot kill. That's a pretty certain death from either of them. So I don't see why they're this much spread out. I don't understand that.
Yeah, I never understood why teams in this position always do that. They actually seems to do it all the time. They seem to decide that they want to spread out whenever they're low on tanks. I think it's for vision, but I'm not sure, because surely you want to stick together to maximize your firepower.
Yes, surely. But we're not seeing that here, which is why we're scratching our heads.
Yeah.
But again, now the T-69 is running away as the... as 1 AMX 1390 was spotted, but stopping again with its rear to the enemy, which is weird.
Ooh, that was a big mistake. Do you know why? Now they're within 8 points.
Ooh, yeah.
That would have been a draw if they kept it up, if they wanted to do that. But now it's going to have to be Dragonborns attacking, because now there's 8 points ahead. They're going to defend. There's no reason for the Russian team New Star to engage the Dragonborns now. They just have to sit back and wait.
Yep. Going for a cap isn't in the cards here, because fast 1390s, nope, not going to be capping on them anytime soon. T69, Yukai, he seems very confused about what to do. Going back and forth now. He came from the west, northwest, and went all the way down south. Is now going up again.
This is disastrous. They need to be together. Both the T69s together. Look at their health. With Threaten at the front, look at his health. Threaten moves at the front, he gets attacked, then the T69s open fire, kills whoever attacks Threaten. If either the T69s scout, they're going to die in 1 or 2 shots.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I don't understand why people do this. It seems like all the pro teams do this. It's not one. So there's clearly something we're missing. Well, there he goes. He's going to go down. This is crazy. He's not even a light tank. He's a med tank. Explain the reason why that's stupid, Highflyer, please.
Med tanks does not keep their camo on the move. Only light tanks. It should have been Threaten over there in the bushes while Yukai was with the other T69 and his fast-firing guns together. But yeah. Nope. Just push forward, and now 40 seconds left. Going to lose, highly likely no matter what, because now they're 16 points behind, and Tretan, even with full XP, isn't going to be able to do too much.
Not if he's going to run like that. He's running up into the high open. This is Threaten all over. He runs into the open. Will he use that tank as cover? The answer is no, and he goes down. What a waste of HP. If they did that strategy with Threaten not stopping to aim and just going up, poking and coming back again, letting the two C69s where Uncro is right now shoot upon them, that would have been viable, right? Or am I missing something? Is there something I don't understand?
Well, I think my morale would have been just as low as theirs. Just Threaten, just going back to the same rush in, without thinking about what could have happened and what he could have done with that HP. As you said, he could have been poking and spotting them, and then Uncro could have been on the other side, unspotted, doing some damage. But he only had 2 shots, Uncro, and out of 12, so that's a big waste. That's 3 full clips where he only hit 2.
Well, he hit 4 out of 5 shots, Ram did, with his Jagdpanther 2, doing 1,500 damage. Not as high as we thought it was. It was pretty close. I guess one of the shots must hit the track or something, because he was averaging at least 500. So, I think that was unfortunate, because he was well above his teammates who did nothing, basically. Threaten, 8 shots, 2 connections, 7 shots, 5 connections for Crux, but they were all tracking shots for whatever reason. Uncro connected only 2 out of 12, and Yokai doing a lot better at the end there. As you said, that's exactly what they need to do. Yokai did exactly what they needed to do. I don't understand Dragonborns' current metagame, their current strategies. Sava did nothing but scout, survived, and only did 68 damage, which must have been either a ram or finishing off a T1.
Yeah, I think that's, or yeah, I think that was, he took out Dr. Tour, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see. Maybe it's just the tactic on Progorovka.
Maybe.
Yeah, going with that Jagdpanther as well. He did do a lot of damage, but he died pretty quickly because he didn't have any form of backup. And TDs have to have backup. You can't just leave them alone because
they seem to leave him alone quite. The AMX 1390s moved all to the north. What did the Jagdpanther do? Sit there and shoot. Of course. Yep. What else would he do? I didn't get that either. I actually mentioned at the start of the fight. And thank you to what's his face? Stripey in the chat saying to enlarge the minimap. He's right. I've enlarged it for you guys there. Okay. And you've got it now. So introducing Dragonborns, Uncro, Yukai, Dr. Tua, Threaten, Crux, Magus, and Ram. Running a WZ tactic.
Ooh, yeah. And seeing New Star in DJ and Ali, Suava, Crazy, Crot, Negative, and Warning, going with 1 IS-3 and AMX 1390s for the rest of the money.
First Russian team who's used an IS-3 on an open map.
Yeah.
They're the first ones.
Interesting.
But look at the spread out again. We have
spread out all over the place.
Dragonborns are spreading out again. We have Dr. Tua moving across here to the west with the T69 backing him up and Uncro. But the rest of them just spread on such a thin line. With an IS-3 strategy running here, I expect a massive push on the east, led by an IS-3. But great shot there from Uncro, taking down Negative.
Yeah, it was a good shot, but again, still, maybe it's just in the beginning where spreading out is good, but last time it was in the end, and no, at the beginning, fair enough, but then retreat, gather your forces, and then make a push, or just a good defensive position, instead of this, it's too much spread out. People can and will die without any form of backup, which is not good. That's why you have a team. Team. No iron team. Team.
And over there in the T1, Magus does spot Ali, and Ali comes for the ram kill, I think. He's not... No, he doesn't. He stops to shoot. That's an interesting decision.
Yeah. Was Magus in the open?
Yeah, there was nothing there. I guess he decided that he has 40 seconds to reload there, because he's not going to engage. Fire, reload. Maybe fire off the rest of the 5 shots and then reload.
And he has the IS-3 down there as well. We saw that spotted earlier. So reloading would be safe for him right now.
But instead, Dragonborns send Ram forward to reposition their entire team on the other side.
Yeah, and Crux, the WZ, which should be used as a active scout, is sitting behind a T69. Really weird. But again, the IS-3 and the guys on the New Stars team have moved up, and they know that, so there's no point in rolling around the open out there and taking some unnecessary risks right now. That should have been the opening of the game, but they decided not to, and here we are in a defensive position, moving west.
Yeah, it seems like they're repositioning, but we've got Threaten here in the middle, and I think that he's in danger of being spotted, but he's not fully in this bush. It's not protecting him at all, I don't think. That's a really bad position of a bush, because anyone coming from the front will see him, anyone from the side will see him. If you see here from all these different angles, he will be spotted, because you've got to be fully in that bush, and he's not fully covered. Nope. Ram is calling for help, knowing that he's in the north on his own, and I got a feeling that the crowd here tonight would want to have a warning shot to the face t-shirt, Highflyer.
Yep.
Who wants that t-shirt? If we made a warning shot to the face t-shirt, who here would buy that? I just want to know. I'm just curious.
I'm already designing it. I've been speaking with people, so it is coming to me at least. So
you're going to have a one-off one made, and you know we might get a few more made if there is demand. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yukai is spotted, and look at the position from Krot. Special Tactics 101. This time it's effective, and he is able to get 2 shots onto Yukai and none in return. Great play there. But in the meantime, Dr. Tua was able to find and kill Warning, but took 1 shot in the face. Sorry, I keep saying in the face now, but probably wasn't in the face. Let's actually find out. No.
The cheek.
In the legs.
In the legs. Oh my god, that's the worst part, and you can't move. But yeah. Who was it up there? Who was on the hill? I can't even remember now. Crot? I think it was. That was pretty good, this spot right there. And Yukai didn't even have time to... well, now he's firing up there, but that's way too late. Crot is long gone.
He's long gone. And that's the last of the T1s gone. We're seeing all the T1s gone. And let's have a look at the HP for Dragonborns here. We've got 4 of their team members in here. Dr. 2 is reloading, so it's 40 seconds from now before he's reloaded. 1 shot against him, 2 shots against Yukai. Where's their 5th member? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay, there's all 5 of them there. Okay, so they're in a reasonably good position. They're not too badly wounded, but are anybody really wounded from the other team?
Not really. I haven't seen any shots successfully down from the south and fourth. So, yep, IS-3, full HP, the AMX 1390 up in the top, or down south, Krot, full HP, Ali ran away, we haven't seen him since, full HP, and then there's only 2 tanks left, and that's 3 tanks full HP. So, yeah, they are still really confused about what to do, or at least a little scared of what to do, because they... New Stars seem to be spread out, because wherever they move, someone's spotted and they can't progress forward. But well, then they should move. I really want to see them move somewhere, at least WZ. It really needs to go scout somewhere.
Yeah, I think the WZ is definitely the best choice for the scouting. It has the on-the-move firing capability, it has the high camo value, and it's got reasonably good frontal armor, although I don't think that really helps against the AMXs.
Nope. It won't. And Yukai is still in this position, looking up there where Krot was before. Magus is getting out some coordinates on the map, but it's not a movement order, it's just pointing out, I think. Oh, and there we have Crowd is being spotted again, going to the Bison T1 position, and shots are being fired from Ali, which is showing up again and firing at the T69. And Yukai takes some damage to the face from Crot.
And he does. Now they're unsighted. I don't think there's much he can do, but he's got to fire all 4 shots and then get into cover to reload. And that's very sensible with the T69.
Yes, it is, because when you fire 4 shells, you don't have any more. So, reload time!
But Threaten is firing, not connecting with anything, even though Crot is right there. And now he's probably spotted. Well, no, yeah.
Yes.
He's actually not, because he would have moved, surely. He's got 6th sense. But Uncrow takes some damage to the turret ring, and he's not going to use his repair kit on that, and he's going to back off instead. As it looks like New Star are just whittling away the Dragonborns. It looks like the Dragonborns just aren't able to do much here. They are losing slowly but surely. But here we go. Crot is actually taking some damage now. Who's getting the successful shots off? I think it's Crot.
Yukai.
It's Yukai, is it? Okay.
Yeah, yep. He hit him twice and missed the other 2 shots, so he was... It looked a little impatient because Crot was just going back and forward. Instead of predicting his move, and he was just firing and firing and firing. So he could have done a lot more damage, but at least 2 shots out of 4. That's a good enough trade. With such a short reload time. Ali moving up a little bit. And Yukai is being hit from somewhere.
It's onto the bottom's card again. He's getting hit by Crot again. And Crot are able to come across those mountains and shoot people as in when he wishes. But here we go. Crazy and Ali and DJ are coming in. We've forgotten about the IS-3. They still have a full HP IS-3 coming in, and Threaten is spotted and has to back off now. But it's too late. He's down to half health now. Crux is the last guy at max HP. And it's going to be a full frontal engagement here against the Dragonborns. Yukai's going to go immediately down. Let's switch to Crux and see as the battle unfolds. But the AMX 39 is going to be at max ammo. Threaten is going to go down. Crux isn't even going to try and save him. As Threaten is... Wait a minute. Threaten's alive. Threaten is still alive. And he's dodging the shots like he is a ninja. But eventually Ali gets point blank range and he's not going to miss that shot. But Crux, oh no, misses a point blank shot against Ali. He can't afford this. If he managed to hit that, this might have gone better, because look, one more shot and he might kill Crazy. Actually, I don't think there's not enough damage for that. But definitely in the next shot. But the IS-3 shoots him in the top of the turret, and he does go down. Uncrow can't do much left now. He's the last guy left. So, I don't know. That was just whittled away, and then nice. Brilliant position. Look at that! Special Tactics 101. From New Star getting behind the Dragonborns, and this again is disaster for the Dragonborns.
Yeah, I really felt that IS-3 shot. I was just like, okay, he's gonna get away. No, okay.
No.
Diego was there. Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, Steps also not a win for Dragonborns. New Star is showing up a lot stronger than yesterday. With their mixed team, it's now showing a lot more confidence in their tactics. Even though it's special tactics, it's still winning tactics. So
this is a surprise really for us, because New Star have changed their lineup, right? They lost 5 of their guys. 5 out of their 7 regulars left the team. So Crot and Ali Imperator still there, and that's it. Ali and Crot are the only regular members still on the team. Everyone else are either reserves or new players for the team, and they are kicking Dragonborn to the curb. Now, I know Dragonborns have a roster lineup change as well. I'm not entirely sure. I think Ram is new. I think Yukai is new. But I'm not entirely sure, because I don't cast the European scene as much. But I do know that they were calling for new guys. If you look at the last esports episode, the Dragonborns are recruiting. So they've probably had some sort of internal conflict, or a few players leave between Season 1 and Season 2. So that might explain why they're not performing so well.
It could, and let's hope just for the future of their team in general, because we don't want to see. Well, I saw some of their matches from their first season and the season finals, and it looked a lot better than what we've seen so far in yesterday's game against Rush. Of course, against Rush, it was tough. It was a tough fight there. And
but here against New Star, it's kind of like should already maybe have, I don't know. New Star, in theory, are the weakest team on the Russian side because they are a new lineup. In theory,
theory.
And Dragonborns are the weakest side on the EU in stats because they did come 4th at DreamHack, not 3rd like Mouse Sports. But wow, it's just I don't know. Now, the reason why many people are confused in the chat, for anyone who's been watching the 742 leagues, Season 1 in EU and the Golden League, you would know that you just don't use IS-3s on these sort of maps. However, with 8.6, everything has changed, and you will see the metagame evolving over time. We are seeing many teams take the heavy lineups instead of the lighter lineups on these open maps, because why not? There's no artillery there to smack you down.
Yeah. That's good. We saw yesterday IS-3s bouncing again, just pointing it out because people in the chat are asking why IS-3 on open map. But that's why. We saw a ton of bounces on the IS-3 yesterday from full team of AMX 1390s. And they were just bang, 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 bounce, and all went back. Full HP still, and he just pushed forward to scale them off. Yeah,
right.
Moving on to Lakeville.
And for EU?
We have Yukai, Crux, Uncrow, Dr. Tua, Treton, Ram, and Magus on Dragonborns.
And for New Star, Sava, Klotz, DJ Igan, and I'm sure that's not the way to pronounce it, but there you go. Crazy, Ali Imperator, Negative, and Warning. And they're running a triple AMX 5100 lineup.
Yeah, and they have, Dragonborns have chosen a T2.
Now this we saw last time on this map. Dragonborns did it again, and the T2 didn't do anything. It actually, in fact, died against the T1. It lost its one-on-one with the T1, and that means it's not worth the extra point because they've taken the T71 instead of an AMX 1390, which just, I don't know, it just feels like it isn't worth it. Maybe a Bison, or sorry, not the equivalent of the Bison, would have done better. I know that it's kind of taboo having artillery at the moment, but maybe use that to your advantage. Most other teams would expect no artillery. They are taking lineups, and there we go. T2 already down. I don't know. It seems like a waste of points.
It is, yeah, unless you put a ninja inside the T71, which we saw. But that's so rarely that people can recruit a ninja for these kind of events. And yeah, the T2, it's too far ahead, way too far ahead. And the T69 didn't even get spotted. That's the worst part. They didn't even get spotted. So a scout just completely wasted to bring in a T71, which has so much less DPM per drum. Of course, DPM overall is pretty good, but yeah, against a 1390, this tank just is just gonna scratch it a little bit and then have to retreat. So,
but at least it's still a light tank, as we explained.
Yeah, yes,
we did see some amazing plays from who was the ninja from last season? Good question.
Yeah, but he was awesome. If you know about him and if you saw it, you will know how awesome it is.
Massive esports kudos for anyone in the chat who can immediately think of who the ninja was from last season, because we're in the middle of this game and our minds aren't focusing on the previous season, but he was very, very good.
Yeah, he changed your mind about the T71.
He definitely did. I thought the T71 was a pretty useless tank, and then I saw him play it, and then I was like, well, that's changed my mind. Shows what I know about the T71.
That happened. Yeah, but he Treton takes a shell to the back of the head from an AMX 5100. Yep, that was over 300 damage, so that was definitely a heavy tank hitting him straight in the back of the head there.
Ouch.
Yeah, but he did dodge about 6 shells before that, so lucky him. But yeah, 2 AMX 5100s, T69 and 1390 inside the city for Dragonborns, but not really doing anything because they have nothing to send forward to scout. No one got scouted in them down south at the beginning, but here we have Crotch. Oh, taking damage.
And we see then that Crotch and the rest of New Star coming forward. We have Uncrow able to back off with his teammate there, Crocs, as they unload their clips into them. But this is a point-blank exchange, both tracking each other and then damaging each other. And we have a massive push here by New Star as they decide that they're going to come all over into their faces and take down Uncrow. There's nothing his teammates can do, maybe. No, definitely not. But Crotch does take a lot of damage. Dr. Tua is there trying to back him up, but he has to get away before he goes down. This is really awkward angles in this city. And Yukai there on the top side is also having to back off. This is actually a really good position he's in. There's hard positions to actually hit him, and it's really easy to shoot your opponents. I actually hide up there myself when I'm playing this at random. But we have Ali Imperator in the middle, given for supporting fire. Dr. 2 is going to be careful. He's all dodged one shot from Ali Imperator, but Crocs is also probably maybe in danger. No, he's okay. But Croc is at low HP himself, and it looks like Sava is able to take so much damage from Dragonborns. Dragonborns need to re-rally themselves, get together, and go in there. Crux, don't go in alone! Don't go in alone, Crux. You've got to take 2 damage here from the AMX 5100s. This could be a lot of HP loss for no reason, but he did get 3 shots off, and that's not too bad. Crux though down to 9 HP. Great shooter for Yukai. He will take him down. That's him gone. DJ Igan is the last guy left there for New Sun. He's going to have to back away as Sava, he has to back off. But in the meantime, we have Crazy at the bottom. Trying to come in, but Threaten is ready, and he does have his clip, and he might be able to make something happen, but he's got to be careful. In the meantime, the base is under siege, but they've got a bit of time. They've got 40 seconds to get back there if necessary. I think they've got to focus on winning the town. If they just got to go in and win the town now, instead of abandoning it to a possible cap. Maybe. I don't know. What do you think the call should be?
Right now, you can see that Dragonborns is just sitting on the edge of the city and just waiting for these guys to go home. And you can see that T-71 taken out immediately as I said that, but they did go out there and lose.
But DJ Jiggin was able to sacrifice Crux, so that was 2 tanks for 1. A great exchange there, not for Dragonborns, but for New Star. And now, because of the split again, I have to say that Dragonborns are in trouble. A lot of trouble. 5 seconds left, 3 guys in the caps. They might be able to kill Slava. No, they can't, because Yukai will go around the corner and be killed. Watch this. Oh, he's not killed. Low damage roll, but then he is killed by the second shot. So, wow. Destruction and cap by Dragonborns. New Star take the 3 points, but there are still $100 to play for if Dragonborns can actually do something here. What went wrong?
They let them come through the middle. The T-71, I didn't really notice when it died. Well, when it went back. It didn't really get to do anything in the city at all. It came in way too late when the enemy was already going back. So just going back in the open, he should have gone all the way north, get to the bushes, and then could have pushed to the base, because the base capture was going only with 2 ticks a second there. So yeah, him going straight there, it was just what New Star planned, and just as I said that, they took him out. And then the MX 5100 came around the corner, and just bad exchanges there in the end.
So that does make that RU goes up to 11 points over the EU's 5, which means Dignitas and Virtus.pro need to win their games today to keep EU in it for day 2. Day 1 ended up as a draw, but day 2 so far is slanting heavily in RU's favour. And also, a New Star currently picking up $150 from their victories against Dragonborns. They got $50 from 1 battle victory against Mouse Sports. So they still could go up to 300 winnings so far for these last 2 days. So I don't know what's going on with Dragonborns. Splitting up too much?
Yes, definitely.
I think that's their main flaw.
Reasons. Yeah, and T2.
I don't agree with the lineup either. I think it's just not worth it. Not especially not that map. It's every time they've tried to use it, it's not done what they want it to do. Therefore, stop using it. I don't know. It just feels like a waste of money. The extra speed isn't worth it early on. It's not fast enough and agile enough to dodge shots. Doesn't have enough HP to survive a shot from a T-71, let alone any of the others. So it dies almost immediately every time. It's no better than the T1. So that's a problem with that lineup.
Yeah, because you don't need to go down the west flank to check if someone is coming that early.
Just need to have the T1, and they had the T1 with the T2 there, so that was really weird.
Double up on weirdness.
Okay,
yeah,
Abby.
Going to Abby, yep. And we have Yukai, Uncrow, Dr. Tour, Crux, Treton, Ram, and Magus on Dragonborns. They're running a very mixed lineup here, again with the T2.
Do you know what? I might agree with the T2 on this map.
On this map? Okay.
Maybe. Let's see how they use it first. But anyway, we have Croc, Crazy, Ali, Operator, Sava, DJ Egan, Negative, and Warning. And let's hope Warning doesn't get a warning shot to the face.
This time around, yeah.
Right. But they're running a standard triple AMX strategy, so...
Yes.
And there goes Ram into the center with the T-71. So they're going to go into the center and run that strategy of moving through the middle with a fast tank and then having the T-71 back him up from the edge of the... No, he's not. The
Nope.
T-71 isn't even backing him up. So he's going into the middle for just viewing pleasure only.
Viewing pleasure only.
I thought it was a very polite way to put it.
It is. It is a polite way. Polite and sexy way, that is. And we have warning here with why is Ram destroying that house? Okay,
Apart
he
from
did get
screaming, look at me, look at me.
Yeah. Something is happening right here.
What hit him there? That must be negative.
T1.
Yeah.
T1, I think negative, yeah, from the base.
Do you know what? That was a bad mistake from negative because now they know exactly where he is.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, we've got action going on the other side here as Dr. Tua, Yukai, Crux, and Uncrow face the main forces here of New Star as they approach on the west side together. Now, this is actually reasonably common occurrence on Abbey. Often you find the northern force take the east, not the west, because I feel that the north side has a disadvantage here in the west, and that's why we often find the west side losing this battle when you have a full-on fight.
Yes. That's actually pretty common, yeah, that the West usually takes the West. Or
North takes the west. Sorry, South takes the west, yeah.
South take the West. I just choked on my own.
Ooh, Ali Imperator gets a triple hit from Yukai Uncrow and goes down to 357 HP. That is actually an almost massive victory. If they can secure that kill, they will actually be in a really secure position. But Crux, what is he doing? He went out there, took the snapshot, and then stayed out there. And then took a shot. That was very expected to happen. I was like, okay, he's getting away with this. He was out there, shot, was out there for an extra second. I was thinking, oh, he's getting away with that. It's a lot of baiting. And then he still didn't run, and then he got hit and then ran away. And I was like, that was very weird from Crux.
Yeah, unusual for him. He's shown some great gameplay, and that just seems like a big mistake from him. Brain fart maybe, but it happens. It happens to everyone. See here we have warning T1 going into the middle, gets taken out by Treton in that T1. That's a good thing about the T1. It can reload really fast, so killing a scout isn't really that big of a deal. Using a shield on that because he can reload really fast.
Yep, and Yukai and Uncrow is still able to hold back the rest of New Star because New Star doesn't know that they're basically on their own. Crux, Dr. Tua has arrived and Crux is there to support if necessary. This is a bit of a standoff, but the T1 there from Magus is creeping around the back, but he is spotted. The machine gun fire from his opposing T1, Negative in the base. This is a mistake from Magus, I believe, because they did know where Negative was. It's either massive miscommunication or, just being ignorant, because they knew that Negative was there in the base. They saw him shooting at Ram. So in the end, it was Sava who takes him down, but that was a waste of a T1, really.
Yes, it was. Not getting that much scouting information and just dying. Nope, not a good idea. But yeah, so far we're still in the same position as we were before, minus T1 on both sides. And the T2 is rolling around where? Oh, he's in the middle. What's he doing in the middle? Trying to get that proximity scout?
And again, using his ass first, showing it, which we were debating yesterday whether this is worth it. We were seeing, was it Dragonborns again? I'm not sure who was doing this in their T69. And it was just like, yes, you get the forward acceleration bonus, but you're exposing your engine and you're removing all bounce bonuses you get on your front armor. The front armor is a lot more bouncier and slope, so although you won't stop a shot from penetrating, you might get a bounce instead of a penetration. And this way, you look at that flat surface, that's not going to bounce ever and has a chance to remove the engine, so...
Yeah, really weird. But again, getting away fast. Well, if the enemy spots you, then he's highly likely coming up rolling and not full speed, so he's going to have a pretty good shot at your butt. That's weird, and he's rolling up way too far. He can't, his view range, he won't be able to spot going anything coming up the hill. It's what comes on top of the hill and peaks that he's
really
going to spot.
Strange from Threaten
he's way too far. He's way too far up there.
Yeah, this is really strange from Threaten. Threaten's one of the oldest members of Dragonborns. Back when they were Odin Mortis, he was one of the guys who actually competed in Earl Steel in 2012. So he's been part of the team for a long time. So this is a really unusual play from him. It's I would say, I'm not sure how to describe it, whether it's impatience or... Because yesterday he had the exact same problems, where he was making moves that were just a bit too risky. Is that the best way to describe it?
Yeah, risky is a good description of that. They're moving all to the east. That's weird. Because if just one T1 is down there, they don't have any idea where negative is. It's been so long since the beginning where they found out that he was in the base somewhere around there, but he could have easily gone down the east and is now sitting in the bush just waiting for them. Going forward this fast with all of them?
I'm expecting him to be in B5. If you look here, there's bushes there. Oh, sorry, J7,
Yep.
sorry. I expect him to be there in this corner here, somewhere around there. Maybe even back far as K7, but we did see him shooting into the middle, so he could be at J5. So these are the three positions I expect him to be at. But he could have repositioned, as you said. But there are 3 minutes 40 left in this match, and Dragonborns are really looking to get some of their reputation back, because a second 5-0 defeat would be disastrous for morale.
Yes. 2 days in a row, that would really be a kick in the morale there. But we have Dr. Tour rolling down with Crocs now. They're rolling forward. Nothing has been spotted here, so yep, full speed down the east side. Gotta be really careful going down this long,
especially Justice 2, but look at the split up. The AMF-5100 will not be able to spot anybody if an engagement happens now. If they engage the T69, he cannot support. If they engage the T71, he cannot support. If they engage the AMX-1390, he might be able to support, but very risky and very hard shots. So he is out of the game at the moment while repositioning.
Yes, he is. And again, now Crocs is turning around his rear.
Now this time I agree with it if you're going to poke out like this, but Dr. 2 is not cooperating and doing something completely different.
What's going on in his mind?
Whoa, Crux! What is happening? He almost fell in the water! What the?
He did?
Oh my word.
Oh my water.
Oh my word. Okay. Right, anyway, let's try and focus on the positive here. They are well spread out, so they have good vision of the map. And I'm not entirely sure what their plan is, what their intentions are. 2 minutes left. If they have any of their tanks picked off, they can lose this. So having the T69 advance on his own is very dangerous.
Yes, very dangerous indeed. On the west flank there, where they've seen most of the enemy, and he's still advancing over there. It's really weird. Yep, and they are pinging. Please don't tell them. Please don't tell me they want him to go down there, because that's suicide. Nope. 5100 spotted. Yep, he will be able to spot the yep.
It's a defensive situation. That's exactly what's going on. They've fallen back, waiting for this cap to occur. Crux needs to get in cover. There's a rocket in front of you, Crux. He goes down as the quadruple fire from the autoloaders goes down, and Dr. Tua now trying to use his dead teammate as cover, and he is successful when he's able to get to the rock that I was screaming about for Crux, but he goes out again. Whoa! This is a risky play. Dr. Tua moves out and he gets hit again as Yukai goes round the corner and is able to get up the hill. But what's he going to do now? Unko goes around the back and he's coming in late. The coordination from Dragonborns is subpar right now as he's about to be taken out. Ali Imperius does go down, but at what cost? At what cost, Dragonborns? At what cost? Yukai gets shot in the side by Krotz, and we have Slava, Crazy, DJ, Igan, all at good health and able to push him back. Threaten moves up, but he's in his T71 and there's not much he can do there.
Nope. He's not going to be able to do a single thing right there.
Did you see the turret reverse get damaged by the T1?
Yep, I did. Clink, 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 clink.
And Dr. 2 and Yukai does spread out the damage, but Threaten gets pushed off the hill by Dr. 2 almost. And then within a second of each other, Yukai and Threaten goes down. And then Dr. 2 are not so surely after, but there we go. Ally Crazy takes a random shot and kills his teammate and then pushes him off the hill. So BN from New Star messing around with their teammates. All having a little bit of fun. But here we look at the stats. Again, Crux did nothing in that cap circle. Panic. He almost fell in the water. I think you know what? I've got a theory what's going on. Right? Hear me out. Hear me out.
Theory time. Theory time.
Okay. So Dragonborns had a 5-0 loss yesterday. They've just had a new lineup, so the teamwork and cooperation between the members are a bit loose compared to what they would be beforehand in Season 1. Anyway, so they're arguing a lot. So when the battle was happening, they're arguing and shouting, and they're focusing on arguing and not the game. So Crux, being one of the guys I believe who's been in for a while, is probably very frustrated, and so he's not paying as much attention to what he should be. He's getting lots of people shouting in his ear. Micromanagement takes over. Have you ever been in a team sport where you start performing a bit badly, and then a couple of people who think they know better will start micromanaging everybody? Do this, do this, do this. And if you do that, they can't focus. They can't think for themselves. Their reaction time will be slower. They make mistakes. They do stupid things that they wouldn't do if you leave them alone. And it's a common problem between most teams. This is not just Dragonborns. This is a problem that occurs with most teams. What do you think?
Well, yeah, I think you're absolutely right.
Nailed it.
Yep, nailed it. You did. We gotta fix that explosion. Yeah, that is definitely what it's what we've been seeing, and it's just been too unorganized. I'm pretty sure they have the tactics down, but it just seems like when they finally get into it and people start pinging on the map and different people want different people to do stuff, it just gets nope. It's not a good thing. Crud is offline there.
Did you just give away the result?
No, I didn't.
Chat.
No,
4-0. You just typed it. I just saw your name.
the fuck? What?
What did you do? What did you do? Did you forget we're on a 10-minute delay?
No.
Right,
no.
palm face, double palm face right now. Everyone boo High Flyer again. I want the entire chat booing High Flyer right now. Because that was terrible. You go home, sir.
Yep. I'm sorry.
Wow. Spoiler alert from the caster, but let's go away into the next battle here on Mines. Wow, okay. Oh, wow. Everyone has to be you for that. But anyway, representing the EU here are Dragonborns, Uncrow, Yukai, Crux, Dr. Tua, Threaten Magus, and Rammer. They desperately need this battle victory. They cannot go 10-0. In 2 days, they cannot be without any wins. Negative thrown out. They have fun with a smile. By now, that's kind of BM. Crux has got packet loss, apparently. Okay, so that does explain his place. Right, that actually, do you know what? From what we've been seeing, that makes perfect sense. Okay, so Crux is having some connection issues. Has he told the referees, though? I want to know.
She's in the game, so...
Yeah, well, yeah, now she was saying, what I mean is, if you got technical issues, you should be bringing it up with the referees immediately.
Yeah.
And not waiting until after you've lost, but...
No.
Okay, well, 30% packet loss does explain why Crux almost fell into the water and then just sat there while he was shot at in the cap circle. So it was really unfortunate for him. I hope, you know, if he brought that up immediately with the referees, then maybe something could have been done, switch of servers or something. But you know, generally speaking, my connection with the Russian servers is 80 milliseconds. To me, doesn't make that much of a difference. And I say that with the absolute intention that I am not an amazing player by any means, and I'm probably missing the finesse that you need the low milliseconds to use. Do you have many issues with high ping?
Yes, if it just goes to 70 from 50, then I can't do anything.
Really?
My aim goes off and stuff like that. I fire way too late, and everything just goes to.
I'm just used to playing for. I see. I go to Russia a lot, as everyone knows. I'm in Belarus quite a lot, and I play on the European server. And so when I'm doing that, I have quite a high ping, but I'm consistently playing on that. But Dr. Tua loses his gun and gunner, and who was that to though? It was obviously a big hit, and it was from the front. So someone's down there. I'm guessing it was Ali Imperator on the far side, but I could be wrong. That's a rush tactic, having just one T1 on the other side. But it was Ali. It was Ali. He's come around to finish off his opponent. Dr. Tua will not be able to do anything. He's got no support. The pings go out to the T69 saying, why aren't you helping your teammate? But it's too late. Dr. Tua is taken out, and now they're in a lot of trouble. Uncrow is getting a lot of flack for that, as the pings from Magus was, why are you not doing anything? You can tell that from just the way that he pings on the top of the T69. That's a very classic anger thing to do. Ping, 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 ping.
Ping.
Yeah.
You do what?
Yeah. Yukai in the middle, though. Crocs is going through, able to dodge most shots, only taking 1, maybe 2 shots if they were low damage rolls as he went through into the middle. Now the middle is taken by Newstar. This is looking really bad for Dragonborns.
Yeah, they're now forced to go into a defensive position instead of having that advantage of at least keeping the entrance a little bit sealed, but yep, too late now. They have to go into that defensive position and play the boring way, I would say. And Magus gets taken out, so now they've lost one of their eyes as well. It's really bad for Dragonborn right now, but they are trying to push Tretan up the hill here.
Yeah, can they do it as well as and elegantly as other people have done? And the answer is, yeah, not as much. Which team did it yesterday very well? It was Mouse, or...
Yeah, I think it was Mouse Sport.
I think it was Mouse Sports. They pushed them up in seconds. And,
and there we go, spotted.
Immediately spotted. Ram does go down as well to Krot, but Krot is able to be hit by, was that Crux or Uncrow? I wasn't sure who actually got the shot off.
Uncrow.
But he did get some damage, and Threaten comes around the back, and he's able to unload it to him. 1 shot. 2 shot, 3 shot, he goes down. Great ambush there from Threaten, but he's counter ambushed and he's got to get out of there. He does get out of there. Okay, not so bad now. They may have lost their T1, but Slava's taking a ton of damage on the other side of the battlefield, and this might work out for Dragonborns if they can knock out another tank. They are in a bit of a bad situation as Threaten is trying to run away, and he is able to move away from Crazy, but is that high angle enough to be taken out? The answer is no, and his teammate is supporting him this time. Crux is able to get the shots off, but he's going to get hit by Slava on the other side. Not Slava, Sava. And this is now going to come down as all the autoloaders have probably expended their shells, and they're all going to be reloading now. It would be very risky for either team to move in at this point, knowing that the other team could be reloading or might not be. So I don't think they're going to risk it. I think it's going to be a full reload and move in. But here we go, double shot there from Yukai and Uncrow as they're in the T69s. They reload first, but they're going to get surrounded as Ali Imperator is going to finish him off. And I think, no, wait, yes, he is going to go down with a double shot from the hill as Ali is able to pick up the kill. And there we go. Threaten Ghost is going to go down next as Uncrow also is taken out. But they are able to take out Ali. No, Threaten is gone. And that must be the end of Dragonborns. 5-0, 5-0. New Star have been able to pick up the victory here against the Dragonborns. That is... disheartening?
Yes, indeed it is. Well, yeah, New Star just decided to go against the... we're not going for any kind of camping here, guys. Even though it's a totally new team, because of all the teammates, they still have that. If you camp or play it way too defensively, we're still going to come in there and knock your butts around.
That is the strategy of New Star. It was certainly their signature throughout all of the Golden League, that they were not sitting back and doing nothing. They would always move forward and do something. And we're seeing that continue their trend here today. It was less so against Mouse Sports, but that's because Mouse Sports didn't let them. They made sure that that they couldn't do what they wanted to do. Mouse Sports took control of the battle and made sure that they New Star yesterday couldn't do what they just did today against Dragonborns. But Dragonborns' morale is definitely down, as far as down can be. You can tell by the frustrations, by the pinging. You can feel the anger in just the communication that we see. I can only imagine what it feels like being there as part of the team. So what is our next game? I believe that is...
Next game is Team Dignitas versus A Gaming, coming up very soon.
Dignitas versus A Gaming. So let me just do that now. What do you expect to see from these teams then, Dignitas and A Gaming?
I think we're going to be, well, surprised again by Dragonborn's play here. I'm going to predict this one to be the most balanced of the games, because A Gaming is Gratiam and Team Dignitas is the winners of DreamHack. So I'm predicting this will be a very good game because both teams have showed that they're well very good.
Yes, exactly. Dignitas
great word.
won EU.
Yep.
Gartien with Minx leading them, very
Close,
solid in
close.
every respect.
Yep.
So I do expect this to be hugely popular.
Yeah.
Close. Hugely popular. I'm not even sure I'm speaking English right now because that is not the word I was trying to say. It's going to be very tight. It's going to be very competitive, and I can't wait for it. So let's have a look at the scores before we go for a quick music break before the next match starts. And we see that EU are desperately in need of these wins from Virtus.pro and Dignitas. So give it up for your team, Dignitas, that are coming up to represent the EU next against A Gaming, which is number 3 at the Golden League offline finals in Kiev. I'm Dorjan.
I'm Highfly15.
And we're your hosts today for the Intercontinental Battle of the Intercontinental Leagues, whatever it's called. See you soon.